We are here with Natalie Caviet, Head of Liability of AmTrust Europe, where we will discuss a little bit about the number one issue about the Brexit. So a lot of talk is happening about Brexit these days, and we're curious to know what will happen with your business as well.
I think the message that I definitely like to portray is that there's no need for our Greek business partners to worry at all in the face of the Brexit vote. I'm very confident that we're going to ultimately find a way to continue writing profitable, successful business in Greece via our business partners. And I think that over the next 2 years, where perhaps passporting may be renegotiated with the European Union, AmTrust, being an extremely large European-based company, AmTrust Europe and all of our affiliated entities, will be in a strong position to negotiate with regulators and respond to their needs as they change, so that we can continue supporting our valued business partners.
Okay, so the news are running, and day by day, hour by hour, everything changes as a matter of this Brexit. So what is the latest news from London, since you are based over there?
I think the latest news from London is a sense that we need to look at this in a cool-headed and calm way, that at the moment nothing immediate has changed. What we'll be waiting for is for the new Prime Minister to be put in place, and for that Prime Minister to then negotiate with our fellow European leaders and the European Parliament on what the next steps are. That means that Article 50 would have to be put in action, and from that date forwards we'll have 2 years to think about how we'll continue trading in Europe. The whole of London very much wants to continue trading in Europe. We value our business partners in Europe, and particularly at AmTrust we have a lot of interest in Europe, a lot of existing partners who we have got long-term relationships with, both looking into the past as well as thinking it forwards, that we'd very much like for them to remain our partners. So there is every intention in London, and in particular at AmTrust, to continue trading successfully in Europe and in Greece.
So now another question is that a lot of people are worried about what will happen if the Brexit happen finally, and since you are based in the UK, what do you have to answer to these people?
I would say to these people that there is no need to worry. I would reassure them that AmTrust has every intention to continue successful business relationships in Europe. We have 2 excellent cover holders here in Greece, Expert and Brokins, who've done a great job of selling our product, of advertising to a sales network what we can do, and our ability to continue with that project and paying our claims will be unchanged in the near term. And over the next 2 years, any new requirements that are asked of us via local regulators, we will try our very best to answer those and comply with those. And we've got very good relationships with regulators all over Europe at AmTrust, so we would expect that process to go smoothly.
Right. Now, you're working here with cover holders, and in other places in Europe you have some branches. Some will ask why you don't have a branch here. What do you have to answer?
I would say that the business plan over here came about very much because there were 2 cover holders who had a very strong position in the Greek market, and it made sense to offer them freedom of services support so that they could continue with their business independently. If there was a longer term aspiration corporately to set up a branch office here, I don't see any reason why that wouldn't be a possibility, but at the moment that's not particularly on the agenda, although we have done so successfully in other territories such as France and Spain.
Right, okay, so let's move now from Brexit to Greece. How is the business go so far, and what do you want for the future?
Business is going very well. Both cover holders have successfully grown their portfolios. We've been targeting successful areas, and we're hoping in 2017 to continue our growth together. It's a very difficult marketplace at the moment to operate in. There are several carriers, local and otherwise, who have perhaps struggled a little bit recently because of the changes in solvency. There are new freedom of services carriers who are perhaps a bit more short-termist than AmTrust in their approach to writing business in Greece. Our approach to business in Greece is to offer a product that we will be able to offer for years to come. some of the other freedom of services providers are a bit more greedy and want to build up their accounts immediately without perhaps the intention of being able to service the accounts at that level for the longer term.
Right. So, are you happy with the business here in Greece? Because we're in some time of period that the Greek economy is not at their best. How do you see this?
It's a shame that the Greek economy isn't stronger, because if it was, we would be able to grow more quickly. But what we've done is we've taken note of what's actually happening locally here in Greece, and we've tailored our business plan to grow in a structured and disciplined way that we think will build up a strong portfolio that's a basis for future growth. At the moment, we are being very gently in our approach, but we hope over the next few years to continue successfully expanding as the Greek economy also strengthens.
Right, okay. Natalie, thank you for your time and for your answers.
Thank you.